A very good morning to you. It's the 23rd of April and it's a rainy morning here in Johannesburg. We are talking about the importance of being stirred to stick. The idea throughout the storyline of this book that was written to a Christian Hebrew audience has a very apropos message to it. It's too late to quit. For many, it's too early to quit. They've just gotten into the race. For others of us, we've been on it for a while, some in excess of 50 years. And that is no small thing. And it's not a performance, it's a way of living, it's a way of walking. It's the Tao that's not the Tao. It's a way of relating to God and His world that is not lived on the basis of prescriptions and simulacrums, but it's lived on the basis of discovering more and more about God and His world. More about Jesus would I know, more of His grace to others show, more of His saving fullness see, more of His love who died for me. And so in this paragraph of the story, we are looking at the superordinate Son. He's the superordinate one. He's none other than the Son of God, but he presents a superordinate walk. And now we are in the section going from 10:19 to 12, to all the way to chapter 13, where the Christian life is talked about as a way of faith, a way of sticking in there, a way of not quitting, a way of constantly going and growing. Because anything that's worth living will require dying. It's like cells in your body. In order for you to rejuvenate and stay alive, even though you're growing old and older, there are cells that will constantly need to die in order to rejuvenate so that you can stay alive. Sounds like that Bee Gees song, doesn't it? Staying alive. Well, what's staying alive all about this morning? The paragraph is verse 9 of chapter 12 to verse number 13. Listen how Edgar Guest puts it. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low, when the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing, you're down a bit. Rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many failures turn about when we might have won had we stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Present pain for future gain. That's the point in this paragraph of the story. Remember, there's a flow here all the way from 10:19 through to the end of chapter 13. And the key thing in chapter 10 and 11 is faith. It is belief. Not unbelief, belief. Believing God, trusting Him unreservedly, no matter what the spiritual weather conditions are. And so the probe informing this point is, why is present submission to discipline the carrier of future advantage? Why is present submission to discipline? That's God's discipline. Why is it the carrier of future advantage? whilst being stirred to stick-to-itiveness across the 13 chapters, has to do with in chapter 12 that we are, in a sense, spectacles. There's a great cloud of witnesses, the heavenly host, the divine council, saints who have passed, are all watching how we are conducting our lives in this arena of life and living. It's where the car meets the tar, where the rubber meets the road. And in view of this great cloud of witnesses, the author is exhorting his Christian Hebrew readers to endure and renew their commitment to finish well. Finishing well is what it's all about. You can be first out of the blocks. That doesn't mean you're going to hit the tape. And it's designed, the race is designed in such a way that all can finish. Not for a special elitist group who have a certain income, who have a crucial pedigree, who have a selected lifestyle. It's for all those who name the name of the risen Lord. And so the paragraph starts out with discipline's dynamic. You and I need to learn to take what comes down. We choke on that one because these kinds of messages don't get you to Jesus' jump. Verse 9 says, besides what? All that happens in your life that will take infinitesimal courage every single moment and every single day. Besides this, we have earthly fathers who discipline us, and we respected them. So here's a comparison between physical human parenting and divine parenting. We have had earthly fathers who disciplined us, and we respected them. Shall we not much more be subject to the Father of spirits and live? For they disciplined us for a short time as it seemed best to them. But he, that is God, he disciplines us for our good. Oh, that's where we choke. For our good night. The lights have gone out in my life. The bills are high. The funds are low. My strength and energy is giving way. I'm half the person I used to be, and it's for my good. Well, what's the payout? That we may share his holiness. We will share in something great. Share in that which he has reserved for us who finish well. You see, we are given to want it all now, isn't it? Gimme, gimme, gimme. And we don't realize that pleasure is a way of anesthetizing our souls. Because pain doesn't do that. Pain doesn't anesthetize. Pain is the singular thing that makes you sit up and think again about what is really happening in my world. Pleasure is a way of numbing us because we want more and more and more of it. Now, I'm no martyr for punishment, even though my surname is Martin. Doesn't mean I'm a martyr. But you learn across a short lifetime in your walk with God that the greatest and best and most costly lessons you will ever learn will come through pain. And you will cherish those lessons like nothing else that you cherish. And so verse 9 to verse 11 has this idea of learning to roll with the punches. It's a very a boxing metaphor, isn't it? The side of the ocean, we talk about duck and dive. You need to learn to duck and dive as the punches come. But sometimes you misduck and you misdive and you misroll. And the punches smash you in the face. Because verse 11 says, for the moment all discipline seems painful, rather than, there's that word, pleasant. But later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. See, it takes great training to learn across a 50+ year window how to roll with the punches. Now, am I a slow learner? I would probably say yes. Very slow learner. It takes me a while to come to my senses and become aware that the transcendent one is immanent. He's right inside of me, working his will in and through my life in a fantastic way I could not even start to articulate. Because later these painful encounters yield the peaceful fruit of righteousness. What's the peaceful fruit of righteousness? Those who have been trained learn what it means to live their life with great calm, relating to all and sundry. Scripture says, be at peace with all men as far as it is possible. Now, we magnify as far as it is possible, and we say that's 99% of people that I can't live with, and 1% I can. How about turning that on its ear and saying it's the 1% that is as far as it is possible, and the 99% is where I constantly encounter the challenge. And it comes through great training, and life has a way of training us. In verse 12 and verse 13, challenge here is to finish well. It's the exhortation. In view of God's work of discipline, the writer now urges his readers to renew their commitment. How? Verse 12. Therefore, lift your drooping hands and strengthen your knees and make straight paths for your feet. He's using physical metaphors. Drooping hands, weak knees, and feet. Why? So that what is lame may not be put out of joint, but rather be healed. So he's using these physical metaphors so that they might understand, that they might have more difficulty if these body parts are dislocated. My spirituality is dislocated. But rather the goal is to straighten them, lift up the drooping hands, strengthen the weak knees, make a straight direction with your feet, and get to the tape with your spirituality intact, but rather be healed. Finish the race with substantial spiritual health. Are you seriously contemplating this morning to bomb out and to lose your stick-to-itiveness and say, it ain't worth it? I give up. Life has thrown me too many lemons. God owes me. I can't do it. Well, yeah, the challenge is constant. How constant? Lift up the drooping hands. Strengthen the weak knees. Make straight paths for your feet. It's an image we so well understand as we grow a little older. Body doesn't work too great anymore. Memory is not as sharp as it was anymore. My eyesight is not as keen as it used to be. Taste is going. Smell is going. My senses are not as great. Well, the third verse of that poem by Edgar Guest is what I want to finish off with. It says, success is failure turned inside out. The silver tint of the clouds of doubt. You can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. Listen to that line. Stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worst that you must not quit. Erase that from your mind. Don't quit. It will be worth it all when we see Jesus. It will be worth it all when we see Christ. But in the meantime, let's not just grit our teeth and grin and bear it, but to understand what God is doing. He's strengthening my serve so that I can finish well. Don't quit. How do you view what you're going through right now? Are you sighing? Are you reaching for the bench? Or are you saying, bring it on? Let's see how God can energize me in this and through this to strengthen my serve. I trust that you will have a good day as you go with God this morning. Goodbye for now.